I love this library idea,
Uh-huh.
but we're also talking about red pilling people that maybe don't know even what to search for, right?
Sure.
So then I thought, well, what if we created? And I'm just brainstorming here. If you
Sure.
guys aren't interested, then don't worry about it. But I
Yeah, yeah.
thought, um, we've got different categories. Like, let's just talk about two categories, like food and the audit, just to have two on
Sure.
our hands, right? So we could create like these regions that were either, for the audit, maybe it would be like where the Bill of Rights is stored, and they could go around and learn about the Bill of Rights, by clicking on things and get it in bite-sized chunks because most people aren't really capable anymore of sitting down and reading the entire bill
Right.
of rights of the Constitution. So we give them bite-sized chunks, and then also could have red and blue pills laying around, because you can't really appreciate always the red pill if you don't understand how the blue pill is working against you.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
we could do that, and we could also put up stuff, say, with a checker ballot, say, is this a red pill or a blue pill?
Sure.
And see if they're paying attention. The reason that really made me think about that is because of all the, we've talked a lot about how difficult it is with red pilling people, and I know Lewis has a system. So again, this is just a suggestion, but um, I was thinking about how there are different levels of red pilling,
Okay,
and
sure.
Lewis really made me think about this. So like, if you've never been red pilled, then you're at a level one, right? You don't want
Right.
to know what's going on down in the dumps.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so then I thought, well, that's a great way to do an interactive level up kind of thing. So you can have a screen that says, okay, what do you want to learn about today? You want to learn about food, or you want to learn about 5G? You want to learn about the audit?
Oh,
And they
that's a good
could
idea.
click it. They could click it, and then if they were on level one, they would get the level one red pills.
Right.
And the reason I'm bringing that up right now is because I was thinking that in these listings, we probably need like a level assigned to it. Because,
Right.
if we're going to be moving forward, some of this stuff is going to be some heavy duty red pill stuff, I'm assuming.
Let me do this real quick. Let me send you the power. I forgot to send that to you yesterday. The Lewis
Okay.
did a wireframe kind of on the PowerPoint or on
Okay.
PowerPoint, just to kind of show how um, the categories are going to be displayed on the library page.
Okay.
So what I'll end up doing is having to.
And that was my next question, too, the
Okay,
categories and levels.
cool. Just gonna drag this off of my Telegram so I can throw it to your Telegram. Actually, I should be able to just find your and just drag it over there.
Yeah, let me pull this off the other screen so I can keep looking at that while we're.
Yeah, and while you were saying the levels like that, I was thinking, huh, I wonder if you could do that like the different, and but it probably wouldn't be very applicable. But the different belts that come in the martial arts system, every system's a little bit different, but there's a generally agreed upon, white, yellow, orange, blue, green, purple, brown, and then black. And everybody thinks when you're black that you're an expert, and the only thing you're an expert at is the basics. That's it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, so I
Well,
just sent it.
I think that you could certainly do it like that, because I think that that would be something that would need to be admin,
Yep.
assigned.
Levels is probably
So
better though, because levels, everybody knows that. Everybody knows what a level
so
is.
so you would need to have like a level here. Now I was gonna assign. I mean, it won't be hard to add categories,
Okay.
but just in my experience of doing libraries,
Mm-hmm.
I would, and I'll look at your list in just a moment, because the search engine works so well.
I
It's
got you.
off
Okay.
is often that, limiting yourself to categories, you always end up saying, oh, I need another category. So you have to go add another category.
Sure.
So, which is fine if you guys want to do it that way. I mean, I have categories on my library page, but I often wish I just would have done it with like a search filter. So I could still put like quick search buttons,
Okay.
and then that would just require to make sure that that was either in the keywords or, which it would be anyway, right?
Sure. Yep.
So let me look at your.
And I did tell Lewis about your idea of doing /library, and he was good with it. And then said, "Well, if we have to do it that way, can't we just? Why don't we just have them just go right to the main page and have an area on the main page that, is built out like what you showed me for the first page, with the the searching on it and stuff like that."
Well, I don't think it's going to matter now because I was really trying to make sure that we put it inside where it could be put into a WordPress. So as long as you have a plugin that allows you to read PHP,
Okay.
which I know there are a couple.
So a plugin that does what?
That allows you to put PHP inside.
Oh, a page. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I think there's one called Snippet, which is the one I've used. I can look and see which I don't remember what it's called right now, but Snippet actually allows you to put any scripting language in.
Okay.
And you could actually create a snippet and then you put the code for the snippet in the page.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And so you would be able, but we would still need to save it all under one folder just because it'd be easier to keep it connected. So
sure.
So that it all goes to the right place. I think that should work. We might have to do some redirection on stuff, but that should work. And so I would agree that it could be on the front page.
Perfect.
So I could definitely create this easily into categories. It's just, and I guess it would be easier for you to have a pull down list to assign the category as well as keywords. So I'll just add that in.
Okay. Awesome.
That's not a problem. And then, so it would just be a matter then of thinking about whether you wanted to have that level up. I mean, the leveling, meaning that, if someone comes in and searches pedophilia, we'll use that one because that one's probably going to be the most expensive, or Unochrome. Do you want a new person getting red pilled, getting level 3?
Yeah, you don't want a new person like looking at Frazzle, drip or something like that.
Exactly. So that's kind of what led me into the interactive idea anyway, but that could be, we could just pull that from the database if you guys decided that was a good idea.
Okay, sure.
So, and the way that I worked out the virtual, just to add this into you, we have all the information on the recording, is that it actually would be a freedom in action grid. So whenever you have these virtual worlds, they're usually referred to as grids.
Okay.
So like, I don't know if you're familiar with Second Life, which is
I know what Second Life is, sure. Yep.
Okay, so Second Life is its own one big giant grid.
Got it.
And then they have people that took that and made it open source, and they have what is called the hypergrid. And in the hypergrid, you can actually jump from grid to grid to grid with your avatar.
Okay.
But Second Life is a closed grid, so you cannot.
Okay.
So what I would recommend is creating an open grid inside of the tools I already have.
Okay.
And then that way, that gives you all the users that we already have, as well as any users that would come in to be able to experience the event.
Okay.
Or the learning things.
Sure.
So okay. So and that I would need help on content with that, but if you guys had a vision, I'd be happy to do that, and that can also be embedded directly into your website.
Sure.
So all that good stuff. And I think that takes us to. I don't think we can do the thumbs up until we get it installed for 2 reasons. I'll have to ask. Let me ask you this: if we do it via cookie, meaning when someone clicks the thumbs up, it sends a cookie of the ID of that article, so that they can't just sit there and go thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Right.
Or we can put it in a database with the username. If we put it in a cookie, then if they erase their cookies tomorrow, they can give it another thumbs up.
Which do you think is the better way to do it?
Depends on concerned
Probably the
you
date.
are of the
See, I
accuracy.
think I'm probably thinking that library content will probably not require membership or an account. Like for example,
Okay.
if someone wants to submit to the library, they have to have an account.
Right.
But if they want to just look, I'm guessing that they're not going to have an account.
I would agree. So the cookie then, I don't know who would go through so much trouble to erase their cookies and give it more than
Could
one
we do it
thumbs
with a
up
session
day.
or not?
I'm sorry?
Could we do it with a session?
The same thing, because once you close, once you leave that,
Well, the browser, yeah.
yeah, you
Then the
close
session's
session.
over. Okay, yep, you're right.
Yeah. The cookie actually might last longer because a lot of people don't understand to store their cache in the cookies.
Correct.
So you could put a cookie in, for that.
Unless we did it via IP address. But
Well, but the thing is, if you've got 1,000 articles,
yeah,
we want to be able to get the sum up on each one. So
Yeah.
actually, I probably will have to.
well, you know what? You can't really give. So I think they would have to have an account in order to give thumbs up because, like on YouTube, you can't say that you like something unless you're
Yeah.
signed in.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It gets really complicated the
Yeah.
other way. So if we do it, they can see the stuff, but we just do the thumbs up for the logged in people, which is great. It's same permission. If WordPress users logged in, show this. If not, don't.
Correct. Yes. There you go.
I would just need the field of what we're going to call the WordPress username so it can be loaded in
Okay.
to the database. And then basically it's just a database that says this user, this UUID, +1 or -1. Do you want thumbs down too?
Sure.
Or just the thumbs up? Okay.
Yeah, we can do both. If Lewis wants to change it, you can change it.
Right, and then it's just a matter of finding the ID in the map and okay, yeah. Okay. All right, so I will write the script and then I'm leaving it up to kind of you guys to tie it into WordPress. I'm happy to help you once you
Sure.
get there. I just don't know what you're calling your field names and stuff.
Got it. Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's pretty much all I've got. I need to add the categories and the thumbs up and then pretty much else. You like everything else so far?
Oh, it looks great. You did an awesome job.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm excited
Okay,
to send this to Lewis.
Oh, yeah, good. I'll go ahead and do this when we get off the phone.
Okay.
And then that'll probably. How do you want to proceed from there? Do you want to make sure Lewis is good and then?
Yeah, let me make sure he's good with it, and then if he is, then we can set up a time, probably maybe on Tuesday, to start putting it on the server. It'd probably be in the evening because I have to sit through an entire day of canned instruction on unconscious bias.
Yeah,
So,
you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Oh wait, shoot.
Or if Wednesday
Okay,
works
let me know
better
what
for you.
time. Well, I have a meeting on Tuesday, but it's in Pacific time, so it's at
Okay.
10 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. your time. So as long as it's before that.
Oh yeah, no, it could be before that. This thing only goes
can
to.
be-
This torture only goes until like 4 p.m. So
Okay. Yeah, so we should be able to find some time in there.
nice. Okay, perfect.
And if not Wednesday night,
Okay.
I'm tied up through the afternoon, but after dark, which, yeah, it should be good. It's after, whenever it gets dark, that kind of
Perfect.
time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Very cool.
Thanks a lot, Yvonne. I
Alright.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Very
Thank
nice.
you so much.
All right, we'll see ya.